Hi folks, this is all the fruit and I'm at the Hermannshof, the private botanic garden in the town of Weinheim in Germany. Germany has far more than its fair share of great botanic gardens, and a couple of them are situated in the little and not very well known town of Weinheim. But this one here is special. Unlike most other botanic gardens, which are either scientific botanic gardens of universities or of other government institutions or public parks, this one is private. It's actually more like a convention center. This is the convention center of a big corporation with a nice big park around it. And yeah, the park is open to the public and it's being managed like a really great botanic garden. I guess money is not a big concern for this big company. Also, they must have very able gardeners, because it's really worth to visit this place. If you are somewhere in the vicinity, in the cities of Heidelberg or Mannheim or Frankfurt, come to Weinheim and definitely visit the Hermannshof. What can you see here? Well, you already got an impression of the nice park. They have a lot of really nice old trees. Look, for example, this giant sequoia tree there. Maybe the most beautiful I've seen anywhere in Europe, and one of the oldest too. It's like 6-7 feet thick at the base. Not much for sequoia trees in the native groves of California, but quite a lot for Europe. And also they have a lot of fruit trees. I don't want to walk around the whole perimeter. This would take me, if I explain everything, this would take me maybe over 20 minutes, and I noticed that most of you don't like to watch such long videos. Well, what can we see from here? Over there's a Meleagnus, some really huge ornamental apple tree, a handkerchief tree. Well, over there behind those trees there are some bananas and figs and bamboo and other interesting edible stuff. The bananas are not edible, unfortunately. Let's walk to the area where there are most of the fruit trees. They have a couple really dedicated fruit trees, but there is also a lot of ornamentals which you can use as fruit trees. Well, don't use them here in the park. It's nice enough that it's open to the public. Don't eat their plants, don't eat their fruit. I really like their flower gardens here. They concentrate on like small bloomed wildflowers and a lot of grass instead of a lot of big flowers like in most other gardens. I guess this one is a lot more difficult to maintain. They must have a lot of gardeners, but I hardly see them here when I'm here. I guess they come early in the mornings. I don't see a lot of gardeners working here during the day. I guess you already got the impression that this is an incredibly beautiful place. Over there is a collection of sorbus trees, which we are not gonna visit right now. Let's go over here. Here are a couple more interesting fruit trees. After all, I want you to visit this place and not just to look at the video. Oh, here is a kaki tree. This is one of the very few areas in Germany where kakis can be cultivated without much problems. We had quite a harsh winter and still the tree survived without any trouble. But it seems like it's shedding a lot of its fruit, or is there some animal picking them? Very strange. Don't think humans would pick so many fruit and then just throw them down there. Must be either an animal or the tree shedding it. Here a nice cornus mass with edible fruit. Here the big sequoia tree. What we have here, Albizia has become quite popular around here in the last years. 20 or 30 years ago nobody would try to cultivate it. Here are almost nobody. Oh, what was this? Is this Choisia ternata? I think this is Choisia ternata, a relative of citrus. Here a kiwi plant. Here a nice old-fashioned greenhouse, which in summer is being used as a resting area, I guess. This is a picnic area. Well, traditionally a lot of fruit trees are being cultivated on the southern sides of buildings to get the protection from the northern wind and the reflected heat, like those figs and those pear trees here. Danke. Well, lots of other people filming and photographing. Well, strange. Those figs, I know. 2 years ago I found some ripish figs on this plant in May, but now in August there are no ripe figs. Quite a strange variety. Here another kiwi. Wow. What have we got here? Persian ironwood. Another ornamental apple tree. More ornamental apple trees over there, the biggest myrtle in Germany in its own greenhouse. Some flowering quince. Some peach almond, a popular ornamental here. It's half peach, half almond, and about half edible. Yeah, half as edible. The little garden house, well, little, it's 2 floors, so not that little, with a lot of kiwis, citruses, pomegranates. Yeah, somewhere there is a bigger pomegranate plant in the ground. Well, here is an acacia in a pot, but it doesn't need to grow in a pot around here. Look, this acacia decurrens actually can grow quite well in the mild climate here, and there is quite a sizable tree in the ground. I guess it's freezing back from time to time. I'm sure it froze back. Maybe, yeah, I guess they cut off those things. This might be what it froze back like 7 or 8 years ago when we had quite harsh frosts. But they did not kill the entire tree. Quite nice. You can buy a lot of plants here. You don't even need to steal anything, you can buy everything. And the prices are quite reasonable, I would say. And also you can find a lot of rare stuff they are cultivating here. Here it says that the plants are from their own nursery. Oh, pawpaw for 16 euros. That's really cheap. That's not a bad price as far as I know. Well, a lot more stuff to discover here. I will not show you around the whole garden. Just come here, visit the place. You will not regret it. So folks, this was the Hermannshof, a private botanic garden in Weinheim in Germany. Stay tuned for a lot more fruit videos from the beautiful parks and gardens of Germany, and don't forget to like, share, comment and subscribe.